Joining me now to discuss the Code Blue shelter Sylvias House is Anthony Tyson Thompson and Felicia Cruz. Welcome, you two. Thanks so much for joining me.
Hey, thank you for having us.
Of course. I'm going to start with you, Felicia. You're the founder and CEO of Sylvias House. So tell us about this organization and what your mission is.
Yeah, so Sylvia's House was started last year, and we are the lead agency for Code Blue shelter in the wintertime. We had the opportunity to extend through the county, has given us funds to continue through the summer. We had a large number of people still homeless from the winter, so we were able to do that, and we are in a space at 1947 Bailey Avenue. Just recently, we moved in. So at this point, we're looking for, either to sustain staying there or another space that is more suitable for almost 200 people. At the Bailey Avenue, we probably fit about 65, but when the winter comes around, we're going to need more space, especially that we are the emergency shelter for the city of Buffalo, and if there is another storm, we have to bring people in out of the cold.
That's right. Do you want to tell us how you got involved and learned more about Sylvia's House?
Yeah, I know when they were given the 24-hour notice to vacate during the Juneteenth holiday, when City Hall was closed, a few of my closest folks have reached out to me about what was going on. And it kind of really resonated with me because I see this so often in the city of Buffalo where people feel like they're not seen or heard, where they feel like, even when our most vulnerable population needs help, they're kind of cast away, told to vacate from the premises, but nowhere else to go. So this spoke to me. It spoke to kind of my candidacy for why I'm running to be mayor of the city of Buffalo. How can we make sure that all people in all walks of life, no matter where you are in your journey of life, are supported to have a thriving life? So it was a no-brainer to me to come support Felicia in her organization, the Sylvia House. Is how can we as a community navigate issues with compassion and empathy? So I had no problem at all trying to work with them to do as much as possible to make sure their issues are being addressed.
Okay, so you recently got the news that in the place that you just recently moved into that you had 24 hours to vacate the premises. Where are you at right now, and how can our viewers get involved and help?
We are still there. We're still in the location. Donations this week is going to be a heat wave, so
yeah.
Bottled waters, snacks, things to keep people cool, because being that we were Code Blue, now we're actually the cooling center for Buffalo. So anybody could come there. We don't turn anybody away. So just either showing up donations or on Facebook, Sylvia's House, you could contact me there.
That's right. Obviously with you being Code Blue, and we think of the wintertime and how harsh that is, but the summertime also has some serious heat that we had to face. We're facing it this week. And there are people that need a place to cool down, a place to seek shelter. And our unhoused community is one of our most vulnerable communities. Are there any other items or needs that, people may not think of that could be a really big help and support?
We're also looking for anybody who wants to come in and help with some of those discrepancies, to fix up the building so that we can stay there if there's not another space available. Always hygiene, things of that nature, but definitely waters, fans this week, just because it is going to be that warm.
And how have you been able to show support to Sylvia's House?
Yeah, I think being as a community member, just being able to listen and to see and to hear what's going on. I think it's a little bit of a leadership failure that we have to, have to address this. There's ways in which our city municipal government could have communicated a lot better. Could have made sure that they were kind of brought to the table rather than an adversarial kind of just vacate order. These are the things that, I talk about as I'm running for mayor. How can we help even our most vulnerable population, not just our wealthiest or most affluent, actually have the resources needed to have a thriving life? This place that Sylvia is doing, this is good work. It's helping people out who might need shelter, who might need home, who might have to just stray away on the streets. So how can we make sure that all people have the opportunity to have a thriving life, especially in the city of good neighbors?
Do you want to talk about how you got into doing this work and why it matters so much to you?
Sure. So I am a combat veteran Marine who served in Iraq. When I returned home, I had somewhere to go, but I got into social work. Because I felt that I just needed to help people. So for 20 years I've been doing social work. For 15 out of 20, I've been doing Code Blue as a worker. Last year I decided to throw in my hat and try to help Code Blue a little bit more. And that's when I became the lead agency of Code Blue. My grandmother was Sylvia Rodriguez, so it's named after her. She did a lot of work in the Hispanic community, also housing individuals. So it just made sense.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming in and sharing more about the great work that you do. Know that the community is going to come out and support you. Viewers, if you'd like to learn more about Sylvia's House and get involved, you can visit sylviashouse.org or call the number on your screen. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.